Hey friends, I just wanted to come on and tell you about the video you're about to view. This is the embellishment of the autumn tree blowout I did a while back. Now I am downsizing to sketching because, as I've told you in a previous video, we're planning on moving to France next year about this time. So I have a lot of downsizing in my studio I need to do. One of the things I need to do is I have a ton of empty canvases in there, and I have found that I can't sell them. Nobody wants to buy brand new canvases for more than $1 or something for a big giant gallery wrap canvas. So I decided, instead of trying to sell blanks, I'm going to go on a painting challenge and see if I can sell the paintings themselves on these canvases and just do quite a few big, abstract, pretty canvases that won't take terribly long, but that people will want to see on their wall because it's pretty and it's decorative. So that's going to be a challenge upcoming. But for now, here is the embellishment to that autumn trees acrylic pour fluid art that I did, and then we'll move on to an exciting trip that I've recently taken and what I took with me and some of the sketches that I did on the way. So we'll see you in the video. Okay, the time has come to add a little extra to my trees. I did the sky first, and then I poured and blew out the trees while the sky was still wet, and I swiped in these trees as well after I did another pour and tilt for the grass, for the ground. I want to do things more better. That's what. More better. Yes, I know I'm an English teacher. Can you tell? So I decided to speed this up while I talked about it. I wanted this piece to kind of feel like you just wanted to wander through that meadow behind these trees and under the trees looking at the leaves. Kind of a pathway into Narnia or something, like a magical feeling. So I began by laying in some bushes and trees way back along the horizon line. That actually can help give depth to a painting that seems a little flat at first. And as you know, when things are in the background, you make them smaller, and then as you come forward to the foreground, they start to get a little bit longer. Grass starts to get a little bit longer, and you start to see a little more of it. So that's what I'm doing here, is laying in the grass and creating depth with that darker green over that bit of lighter green, because that still makes it look more like a meadow that is full of grass and flowers, etc. So I'm just painting in those horizon bushes and trees. I want it to remain relatively flat because I don't want to cover up that pretty sky. And this path I decided to create into the woods, or into that meadow, going back behind the tree. I didn't want it to be a path to nowhere, so I wanted the end point in the background to be hidden, because I don't want people's eye to wander right off the canvas when they're following the path with their eyes. So I'm just going to put this path in here and add a little flowers and grass to the edges. Again, working from smaller in the background to a little bit bigger in the foreground. And I'm just adding texture to the path and to the sides of the path to where it looks like it's just a little bit sunken in those woods. So I'm just going to continue laying in details as I see fit. One of the great things about painting in acrylics is that if you feel like something is missing, you can add it on, and if you don't like it in the end, you can paint right back over it again. So it's easy to start laying in details, which is good because I tend to see, oh, I need something over here. Oh, wait, I need something over here. Unlike the new painting style I'm learning with watercolors, it's much easier to overpaint and fix mistakes in an acrylic painting. So I'm adding a little bit of the branches to be seen through the leaves of the trees, just so it'll kind of anchor them and you can see that it's being held up by something. But I didn't want to get too detailed with it. And I noticed in the background, I just wasn't getting enough of the line of trees in the back. So I decided I was going to go ahead and paint in a few more of the trees and get a little more dark detail in the background so you could actually see that there is a wooded area way back across that meadow. And so the trees are far, far in the distance. That's it, really. I'm just putting in details until I'm happy with the composition of the painting, and until when I'm looking at it, it just makes me feel happy. I really love this painting and doing it, and I hope you enjoyed the process too. All right, bringing you in for a close-up. You can see all the pretty structures that were made when I did this pour and blowout. The tree that I only added a little bit to. Everything was going on, and then we've got this field back here of flowers. And see just the hints of those trees back there, and just the hints of some of the flowers in the front and fallen leaves from the trees. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. Trees turn up a lot in my imagination, probably because I love them. But let me know what you think in the comments. Please be nice, because I don't respond to trolls. Please hit that like, because it does help me in the algorithms. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because there's a lot more content coming, and it's going to be focused on art, but also on, if you're my age, how to rechange your art and rechange your whole career in midlife, because that's what I'm doing. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoy your spring or summer or not quite spring, wherever you happen to be living. And I hope you have a great day. See you soon.